Hello everyone, Christina here. Welcome to day 5 of the holiday card series for 2025. Tonight, I'm going to be doing some minimal supplies watercolor, and I planned out what I want to do. And in fact, there is a free downloadable template or even an SVG file if you have a digital cutter that you can use to recreate this card that I'm making tonight. So if any of you are ambitious and you want to make it right along with me, you are more than welcome. There is a link down below in the video description. It's going to take you to a page at my blog where you can download the files and also see all of the supplies that I'm using today. Let's jump into it. Oh, before we get into that, reminder that tomorrow is release day for Conquer the Ninth, which means that my December release is also coming out tomorrow. I've shared some sneak peeks at Instagram and also here at YouTube, and I hope you all are excited about the products. If you need a little break from your holiday crafting, these are not holiday related products at all, so it's kind of fun if you need a little bit of that break. So let's jump to the overhead camera and we will get started. So, okay, we are doing a watercolor card tonight, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of make it look like a bunch of gingerbread cookies. You're going to paint them and then ice them with a white gouache, or you could even just use a white gel pen. So the template that I've come up with is for a 5x7 card. This is the printout. This is a PDF. These are exactly 5x7, and there are a couple of different ways that you can use it, and that's why I wanted to give you options. On this one, it might be easier if you have your watercolor paper over the top and you have it like in front of a window. It might be easier to see this black interior so you can kind of trace the shapes of the cookies. Or you could use the outlined version. Or if you have access to a digital cutting machine, I just use my Cricut, you can actually cut it out. And this one is a special, the SVG version is special because it cuts out a frame. So let me get this all ready to go. I'm just gonna peel up my little framed piece, and then I'm gonna use this to create my card tonight. For my card, I have cut out a piece of watercolor paper, and it is 6x8. And it's specifically that size because I want to be able to paint off the edge and then cut out a 5x7 card design. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of space outside of that. And this little frame is exactly 6x8. Pay no attention to my poorly cut watercolor paper that's hanging out off the edges. So after you have your template, you're going to trace on the outline of the cookies. Now this frame here on the outside is larger than 5x7. So go ahead and trace that on. You can just put your masking tape right at that point. So I'm going like this, and I'm doing kind of some lighter lines. I don't want it to be super really stark and black. I just want to be able to see the lines. So now we have our entire like basic design. Let's see here. Do I have the SVG linked? Yes. You will download the file at my blog. Just go to that first link in the video description. I think it's the first link. And then it says download the file. And you can download the file. It is a zip file. It will have 3 files in there. One is this printable PDF that you can use if you don't have a digital cutting machine. There's also a JPEG that's just this right here if you want to just do the, the 5x7, and you can like import it into whatever program you need. And then the SVG file is the one that has the frame, and it's a little bit larger. All right, so now we're going to get into all of the painting. These pencil lines are pretty dark right now, so I'm going to take an eraser and just lightly go over them. I'm just trying to get a little bit of the dark pencil line. We're going to do a very light blue background. You could do whatever color you want. I think like a bright red background would be pretty as well. But I just thought like a nice pale blue would be really pretty. We are ready for paint. The paint I'm using tonight is the Sakura Koi pocket-filled sketch box. This is the recommended watercolors. If you are just starting out, you're not ready to invest in any expensive watercolors, this is the set that I would recommend, because I think it's like, you're still gonna have a really good experience. The colors are very creamy. You're gonna get 24 colors in this box here. Mine is well loved. I've had it for many years, but it's still kicking. So I would recommend this one. And when you're ready to, if you love watercolor, you want to invest in something more than this, then I would recommend going to the Magello Mission Gold tube paints. They come in a tube and you have to squeeze them out. Those are my absolute favorite watercolors ever. But this is a much simpler introduction to watercolor. So if you're just barely dipping your toe into watercolor, this is a great palette to have. I think we talked about this in a member live recently, that it helps to have nice tools because it will make your experience better. But also you don't want to invest in really expensive things until you know you're really going to stick with it. So this is one of the ones, it's about $25 on Amazon. You can find it at art stores and art supply stores as well. It actually comes with a water brush that you can use. And I think you're supposed to wet these sponges so you can clean your brush. We're in our craft rooms tonight. We're not doing that. Okay, so the other paint I'm going to be using is white gouache. White gouache is kind of a more opaque paint, and I'll be able to add white over top of existing color. You could also use a white paint pen, a white gel pen, anything like that. I'm going to try to use gouache tonight because I want to like have it look a little bit more painterly, and almost like I am really applying some royal icing on these cookies. So that's what we're going to be at. Okay. In my head, I'm thinking I want light blue background and then the brown cookies. So I'm thinking ahead. I probably want to paint the light blue first so that, because if I did the brown first and then went to paint the blue, my blue paint might pull some of that brown and then I'd get some weird spots. So we're going to paint the background first.
Shining bright through the pain, Christmas time is brighter with you. Snowflakes, they dance in the glow, running, leaving prints in the snow. Christmas time is brighter with you. Are alive, singing carols outside, and love is in the air. It's Christmas with you. Starlight on a cold winter's night, sleigh rides as the kids travel by. Christmas time is brighter with you. Our hearts are alive, singing carols outside, and Christmas with you.
There we go. Now I'm getting some good splatters. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that. No more. I think I could start to go overboard. All right, while those little splatters dry, I'm gonna set them over here. I'm going to take some black cardstock. Okay, I think, I don't know, about that thick. And the lovely greeting that I've come up with is Seasons Eatings. Seasons Eatings. I'm gonna actually cut this into 2 little strips. Okay. Making sure I'm adhering this correctly. And I know I was saying minimal supplies, but I'm gonna steal a heart from my essentials set. I think this heart die cut would be perfect. Like that might be the perfect size. Yeah. Put a little foam on the back of the heart. Some tweezers. I like to adhere stuff like this with tweezers because I can really like sit back and see where it is on the card. There we go. All right, let's add some red glitter glue to that. And then we will call it a day. So I like to use, this is Christmas red Stickles. This is just gonna make it so it's not like a flat red heart. So I squeeze a little bit out and then I like spread it around without squeezing the bottle so that it's not like a huge amount of glitter. You could also use a piece of paper or something to kind of spread it just so it's not like a big glop of glue, this glitter glue. Call me crazy. I think it needs some rounded corners. Just because it's just so cute with the rounded corners. It's all, oh, this is a lot going through 2 layers of cardstock and watercolor paper. Okay. So here is day 5 of the holiday card series, all finished. I love how that glitter heart really brings in a little bit more texture onto the card. And I really love the Seasons Eatings. A couple of housekeeping items to remind you of before I close up this video. We have day 6 and day 7 of the holiday card series coming up on Wednesday and Friday. And in between, on Thursday afternoon, we're going to be doing live mail call. I'm going to open the mail and see everyone's cards that they've made for the month of November. The theme was ink blending. So this is going to be some really fun watching on all these cards. So I hope you'll come back and check that out. That'll be Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video very soon.